These are things that rich people don't do, and you can trust me because I used to be broke. I am no longer broke, and I am what most people would consider now rich. And here are some things that I have learned along the way that rich people do that poor people don't. So the first thing I learned, and this I learned the hard way, is that rich people do not trade their time for money. They work a lot smarter and not harder. Once you realize that it's not about the hours you put in, but rather the value that you bring, your entire perception changes. And you can start to think and you can start to prioritize value over time spent. Working a job, a regular job, is always about time spent, hours put in, and trading time for money. So just know, if you really want to become super successful, rich, and wealthy, working a job is probably not the way to make that happen. The next thing, rich people live on their credit cards. And of course, they always pay their credit cards off in plenty of time and never accrue interest. That's the key. I have about 1 million credit card points. That equates to about $10,000 in cash or about $50,000 in travel and accommodation. That is literally free money. I spend the money that I need to spend and it pays me back. It literally pays me back. Put everything on your credit cards, but you have to pay them off in time. As soon as you start collecting interest, that's when you lose. But if you put everything on your credit cards and you pay it off and you just accumulate credit card points, you are literally making money for free. I can do all my bougie traveling totally for free now. Another thing I learned the hard way is that rich people do not save money, they invest. I promise you, it is so much easier to make an additional 10K than it is to save 10K. Now, instead, I used to think, okay, if there's something I want, I have to save for it. Now, if there's something super expensive that I want, I don't think, okay, how do I budget? How do I save for this? I think, okay, how can I make an extra $20,000 so that I can get that right now? Cash also loses a ton of money over time due to inflation. And if you're not investing it, you are losing it. That money becomes less valuable the more you save instead of putting it into investments. And investing, I promise, isn't just for rich people. You can put in the smallest amount of money, and the sooner you do it, the more it will accumulate, and the more compound interest you will get, and the richer you will become. For the love of God, if you don't have at least a high-yield savings account, please open that. Because if your money is sitting in savings, you're literally losing money due to inflation. And this is one of the things that actually helped me become rich, because it's what rich people do. Rich people do not overthink things. Overthinking will kill 99.9% of all ideas. Rich people always act and then figure it out along the way. Poor people are typically afraid of taking risks and find every single way to talk themselves out of it, and instead try to over-prepare themselves to as best as possible. When in reality, had they just acted right from the get-go, they would have been way ahead and either figured out that, hey, this doesn't work a lot faster, or we need to pivot and we could do something else, or okay, this is a slam dunk. I definitely have more, but those are some of my favorites. Let me know if you'd like me to share more from somebody who was flat broke to a negative bank account to now making 7 figures a year.